The raven that refused to sing. So I guess he's singing nevermore. I could have made that joke a little better. Give me a little bit, I'll work on it. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope your day is better than yesterday, but not as good as tomorrow. My name is Justin. I just made that up. I don't even know what it means. Hopefully it means something good. Today we're listening to Luminol by Steven Wilson. This is off of his album The Raven That Refused to Sing, which was released in 2013. I'm so used to saying 19 something something that I almost said 19 through 2013. But you guys have been recommending this song for a long time. And seeing as it's Long Song Saturday, why not? 12 minutes is a decent amount. Did you know that ravens are like incredibly smart? Like ravens and crows. I think crows more so, even though I believe they're a part of the same family. What is their family called? It starts with C. Corvids. Corvids, I think it is. I'm not even going to look it up. I think that is corvids. It's not covids. It's corvids. But they're like incredibly smart. I know that you guys have probably seen this, but there's a video of a crow solving a puzzle. Like, they're geniuses. Anyways, you guys can join me on Twitter in the comments down below. If you'd like, you can support the channel on Patreon. But for now, let's just listen to some good music. I have no idea what Luminol is, besides it's the first track on the album. Perhaps we'll find out on the way. Let's do it. This is Luminol by Steven Wilson.
Oxfam panache and tips his hat. Laces undone. He has no truck with idle chat. Work to be done. The songs he learned from scratched LPs. Stops in mid-flow to sip his tea. With less than grace, songs we all know. Each passing year etched on his face. Sun, rain or snow. The words he sings are not his own. They speak of things he'll never know.
I want to say something, but this is a clean channel. What did you guys think? I guess is the first question I should ask. What do you guys think? Because they dropped us off so quick at the end, I feel like I didn't have a second to formulate my thoughts. So you guys tell me what you think before I give you my thoughts. I feel like I need a cup of coffee. Actually, I don't feel like I need a cup of coffee now that I had a Luminol. This feels like a modern classic. This feels like a modern masterpiece in the progressive genre. Whatever genre, it doesn't even matter, just in music. To me, at least. But I want to know what you guys thought. Maybe you don't feel the same way. Maybe you hated it. Maybe you thought it was cluttered. Maybe you thought it was unfocused. Maybe you thought, I don't know. To me, this hits everything that modern progressive rock should hit. I mean, Steven Wilson, what do you expect, right? You're going to get what you get out of him. And what you're going to get out of him is always going to be gold. I feel like I'm going to have to talk about every single person that's playing on this track because everyone stood out so well within the piece. I mean, they really did. So let's just start at the top, right? Really quick. Oh, by the way, yes, I like the song. In case me calling it a modern classic didn't give it away. All right, Steven Wilson, who's doing the lead vocals, Mellotron. You guys already know I'm a Mellotron man, right? I'm a mellow man. And the way it's used in the song is great. Sometimes as just a sublime undercurrent in the music, other times picking it up like an orchestra would, which is kind of the intention of a mellotron, right? I mean, it's just a gorgeous sound. It brings about a certain kind of vintage tone to the song, but the song definitely sounds modern. He's also playing keyboards, he's doing guitars. I mean, he's doing a lot of stuff. Steven Wilson, and his singing, of course. I like his voice. I don't know how everyone else feels about his voice, but I like his voice. It's very, like, typically, not all the time, he does sing out a little bit more sometimes, but generally it's very, like, mid-low range. He kind of stays within his own groove right here, but he can focus more on the specifics and the intricacies of his tone, as well as the lyrics and the story, which, because I kind of saw it on the side here, I was following the lyrics. I love the story on this one. So cool. Guthrie Govan. Guthrie, lead guitar. You guys heard it. I don't even need to talk about it. But, I mean, his guitar playing was absolutely insane throughout this track, especially in connection with Steven Wilson's guitar playing, because I'm not sure who's doing what exactly, but I'm imagining when it says lead guitar, I mean, he's playing the lead guitar most of the time. So, for example, when you would hear Steven playing rhythm guitar, and his leads would play on top of it, I mean, rockin', heavy, in a different setting. It could be metal, but it's not quite going there, but it's close. But other times it back off into something more ambient, more laid back, sometimes even just a little bit jazzy. Nick Beggs on the bass. Ooh. He is from a band called the Mute Gods, and I mean, we heard him. He is a god. Adam Holzman, keyboards, Hammond organ. You guys know I love the organ as well. It's pretty much right neck and neck with the Mellotron, and same thing. We get some ambience, some setting, but then at other times some peaking, some leading. I mean, that was fantastic. Drums, Marco Miniman. Okay. So I recognize the name, and if I remember correctly, Marco Miniman had tried out for Dream Theater when they were looking for a drummer after Portnoy left. I think that he tried out, if I remember correctly. It's been a long, long time. But he is one of the funnest. Is that a word? Funnest. He's one of the drummers that seems to have like the most fun doing his parts. His drumming in this track is insane. I mean, he really brings high energy. I love the way he accents certain notes in the music. For example, the way he uses the double kicks in lieu of the hits that were going on. I mean, it feels really cool. It's almost like bringing a rock edge. Well, not even edge. It's like bringing rock and metal into classical, in which this song had a lot of influences from, especially because of Theo Travis. Flutes. Oh, man. The way the flute comes in, I wasn't even expecting that, but that adds a certain elegance and richness to a song. I mean, right? Usually doesn't it? Especially in one like this. The flute is just chef's kiss. But I really feel like it was Adam Holzman on, like I said, the piano and the keyboards and everything that was really bringing that classical tone towards the song, especially in the middle and near the ending of the track. But yeah, this was great. And really quick before I even get into the music anymore, because like I said, I was looking at Wikipedia and kind of, generally what the song was about. And it says here that Luminol, this song takes its inspiration from a busker who, according to Wilson, is there every single day. It doesn't matter what the weather is like, he's always there playing his guitar and singing his songs. Snow, rain, wind, nothing will stop him from being in his spot. He is the kind of guy who is so set on his routine that even death wouldn't stop him. Wilson considers the notion that somebody could be a ghost in life as well as a ghost in death. Somebody who's completely ignored even in their lifetime. It hardly makes a difference, and death doesn't make a difference either. It doesn't break the routine. So it's almost like he's inspired by this street performer, this busker, who is like there for his routine. He's there for his spot. He's there to do his thing. And even in death, he's there to do his thing. Like, that is his routine. I just think that is a really cool story. I love stories that are like kind of different. There's certain tropes and ideas that are like, okay, we've heard it before. And maybe the general theme is something familiar, but I feel like the way that it's processed and the way it's written by Wilson is just really unique. Maybe I especially like it because for about, I don't know, a year or 2 years, I did busking with my handpan. And that's what kind of led me into my, not anymore really because of COVID, but my short-lived professional career playing handpan was from street performing and doing the exact same thing. I had a routine and I got to be in my spot. So I just think that that's a really cool story. I like the connection that I have to it because I can understand that. So let's jump into the track a little bit and talk about that before we talk about the lyrics a little bit more. I love those huge flashes of guitar. It's like lightning striking through the clouds. I love Stephen Wilson's guitar tones that he comes up with. And I mean the drumming. Listen to the bass with the drumming, guys. Listen to the rhythm section. Those quiet whispers of the guitar there as well. And then the flute. This is in the first minute. This is in the first minute of the song. Bass-wise, can I tell you? I mean, I'm kind of getting a Squire-ish feel from the bass playing. I don't know if that's inspiration. I don't know if that's, one of Nick Begg's, heroes or anything like that. But the bass feels very Squire-ish. Just the roughness and the dirtiness and the crunchiness of the tone and the way that he's playing, I love it. But at the same time, it's so melodic and adds a lot of the dynamics in this part. I mean, listen to that. Bass is not to be unheard. Bass is meant to be there. And then those big hits with the guitar, they're just very melodic. I like that. Like this flute, he's just going crazy. This is just... Yeah. And then enter the mellotron. Come on. Like, in the first minute, 30 seconds, you're getting a lot. And if we skip ahead just a little bit later on, a little more. Here we're almost listening to two different songs. The the setting rather completely changes.
Oxfam Panache tips his head.
I like this song a lot. Those background harmonies. These as well, reminiscent of the part that first came in with those first few spoken lines. The lonely guitar in the back as he's speaking about the busker, the street performer. As he's singing about it, you can imagine, to me, this is how I see it. Remember those cheesy old 90s music videos? I'm going to try and describe this as best as I can. Where, there was a story playing out in the background. Right? For example, here, it's the street performer performing his songs day after day after day on the street. Okay. The street performer is behind us. But the full band would almost be, ghosted in front. They're playing their music, but we see the story kind of playing out to the side. You guys remember? That was a very 90s thing to do. I don't know if it's done too much anymore. I don't really know. I don't really watch a lot of music videos, but I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting that vibe from it, rather. And then one thing I want to go back to is the transition between the harder section and moving into this, because I thought that was really nicely done, how they brought it down, and they just left the organ, I believe it was, as a transition point for the next part. Yeah, they bring it down. It's a slight buzz and a slight hum of the organ, that last sustained note, before they eventually bring in that second section, that really soft guitar. That's nice. Okay, and you guys didn't think I was gonna forget about this, right? Nick, what are you doing? This is so cool. This whole intro feels like something that would be just like shocking to see live. It feels like this would be like a little improvisational section that they could build off of because there's enough room for the band to build off of it. But then when it gets into that main meat of the song, I mean, you're really biting into it and you're getting some good flavor. Adam Holzman shines for a while. This is one of the best parts of the song. There's a lot of good parts in this song. But don't you guys feel this and those chord changes in the back of the guitar? And the bass? Beautiful, beautiful. Those soaring harmonies coming in with the piano as it flourishes up. This reminds me of Big Big Train a little bit, actually. Everything fades down, a little bit of flute, a little bit of distortion. You know something's coming, you don't quite know when, what, how. That's what, that's when, that's how. Mellotron, big moment, taking the place of the symphony, orchestra. The chords with the bass, the stops, the hits. You gotta feel this. You have, look, hold on, stop. Look me in the eye. look me in the eye right now. No, zoom in. Come closer. That's good, not too close. Like, are you feeling this? I'm feeling this. Are you feeling this? I mean, I'm getting chills, listening to the song here, but if I was singing this live, this is the moment in the song where you just feel pure euphoria. That's one of those shared experiences that is hard to describe, right? You're all there to see a particular band or a particular artist because you like them and you like their music. You hear Steven Wilson. Just walk with me. I'm imagining going to see Steven Wilson in concert. You're all there. You're waiting for this song to be played. And of course, you hear the first chords, those first hits of it being played. And you get to this moment and I don't know, the lights are bright whites. Everyone's feeling like just ecstasy. And it's a certain connection that doesn't even have to be said because you're all there for the same purpose and everyone there is more than likely feeling the exact same feelings that you are. Let's talk about the lyrics on this one though. Here we are all born into a struggle. Here we all are born into a struggle. To come so far but end up returning to dust. So right off the bat, we're getting a little bit of philosophy, right? Like we're all born into a struggle and eventually we all return to dust. Oxfam panache and tips his hat, laces undone. He has no truck with idle chat, work to be done. The songs he learned from scratched LPs stops in mid-flow to sip his tea. Okay, he has no truck with idle chat, there's work to be done. Listen, when you're street performing, when you're busking, depending on what you're doing and your act is, for example, mine was just playing music, kind of like the same, this character is as well. You're just trying to play the song. You can't really talk too much. You can't chat. Sometimes people want to chat, but you can't always do that. You're just kind of focused on doing the song and getting through the set. He strums the chords with less than grace. Songs we all know. I love that. Like less than grace. He's obviously not playing as perfect as the artist. Of course, some people can, but he's playing it less than gracefully, and he's playing songs that everyone knows. Each passing year etched on his face, sun, rain, or snow. The words he sings are not his own. They speak of things he'll never know. Okay, so that's a really cool line, specifically those last two. The words he sings are not his own. They speak of things he'll never know. Right, he's doing cover songs. Of course, the songs are not his own. He didn't write them. He's just performing songs that have already been done by other artists. But that last line, they speak of things he'll never know. So the songs are written by someone else who was inspired to write that song because of something. Obviously, that inspiration and those emotions and those feelings from that artist are not his own, our busker, our character. So he's not only covering the song, but also the emotions, even though those emotions that, those aren't his, those inspirations aren't his. But I also take that line as, for example, you're probably covering a more popular and well-known artist than you are. So he'll never know the success that person made off of the song. He'll never know that part because that's theirs. He's just covering it. He's almost a shadow of that artist in this respect. So that's how I kind of thought of it when I saw that line. You know, like he doesn't get to enjoy the same successes that the original artist did. Modern classic, great song. Thank you guys for the recommendation. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can do all the things that everyone tells you to do at the end of their YouTube videos, you know, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. You can also follow me on Twitter if you'd like. Sometimes I post random things. I don't really post a lot, but I post random things. You can also support the channel on Patreon. It's definitely been helping a lot. Obviously, you don't have to, but it does help the channel grow and gives me more time to focus on making more videos instead of other work, basically. Anyways, have a fantastic day, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow.